we could review the words of the week, and then I have the new one that I wanted to show you for this coming, the one that you would have seen this week, so that if you learn it and you can say it to me next week, you'll get credit for it. So, do you remember the word ritardando? Ritardando means gradually slowing down. And we were trying, I believe we experimented with ritardando on the Butterfly Song or something, so you're learning how we could try to apply that to your own music. Our next word of the week, and I think you got this one, was pianissimo. And pianissimo means very soft, right? Here's our new word of the week. Our new word of the week is interval. An interval means the space between two notes. So we've talked about like going from between do to so is 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the interval name for that would be a fifth. So intervals help us know the space that we're moving, whether we're staying the same, we're going up a step, we're skipping up a third. So this is the music word that helps us understand the distance or the space that are between two notes, and they'll eventually we'll give them numbers. So there's fourths and fifths and sixths and sevenths, that kind of thing. So that's what interval is. If you can do that for me the next time. The other thing I want you to start getting used to, which you might have seen in your music class, you're going to start to see these in your book a little bit more frequently. These are signs. That's for a flat and that's for a sharp. And when we see these next to a note, so for instance, if we had C and then we had this next to it, C sharp is different than C, just the white key we play. So these give us directions on how to move from the note that is named. If the note is C and it says C sharp, sharp, if you think about something I tell students when I introduce this, if you would sit on a tack, like a thumbtack, and it's got a sharp end, you would pop up, wouldn't you? Because you'd say, oh, what did I sit on? So a sharp makes us go up. Or in this case, if it has a sharp next to it, instead of C, I'm going to play C, and I'm going to move up a half of a step to the sharp. Sharps and flats have us move half steps. For instance, if I was on an A and I saw one of these, a flat, if you get a flat tire, what happens? It goes down, doesn't it? Hopefully not too far down before you get it fixed. Flats make us go down a half a step. So if I'm on A and I go down a half a step, that would be called A flat. When we see them with their letter name, it would be the letter name A and then flat. But if you see it written on the music, you're going to notice that the note is here and the flat is right before it. That way our eyes can see it before we play the wrong note. We play a regular A instead of an A flat. So with the letter name, it comes after. With the note, it comes before. So just to kind of get used to sharps and flats, I noticed in the beginning of the next book, they're going to have you start looking for those. So you could maybe make a little game for yourself. You probably have some index cards or something. I'd probably want you to use something a little sturdier than a piece of paper, but you know, maybe some cardstock or something like. Index cards are nice because they're inexpensive, and you can write a letter name of each of the music alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, on a card. And you could make a flat on a card, and a flat is just like a B but with a pointy, a lowercase b but with a pointy ending. And a sharp looks like a tic-tac-toe board, or the number sign, the pound sign I should say. So then you can make one of those just like I did. See how that looks like a pointy bottom B? And that looks like a tic-tac-toe board or a number sign. And what you can do is put those on each card, and then you can practice, draw a letter card, and then draw a flat or a sharp and see if you can find, use a little Lego people or whatever, and see if you can find a flat. We'll do a little practicing of this when you come back to your next lesson. We'll use the little animals. But starting to look and see, okay, if it says A and I have to go down a half a step for flat, which would I put it on? And you can start experimenting with that this week before you come back to your next lesson. I look forward to seeing you then.